Hello everybody. Tonight I have some fantastic projects for you. We're going to be focusing a little bit on Christmas and a little bit on Halloween or fall. I have some cute projects I'm going to share with you using the holiday catalog. You can see all my pages are marked here to show you. And we're going to do a little bit of cutting of paper and making some gift giving ideas for the holiday. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our first project, and I hope you enjoy it tonight. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Let me make sure. I'm having a little bit of problems with my one camera, so give me just a minute and we'll get this going here. Sorry about this, folks. My one camera shut down on me, so give me just a second and we'll get it working again. There you go. Now you should be able to see our first project. Sorry about that. So we're going to make this really cute little box here. And this is using a couple of different stamp sets out of the catalog and some of our new twine. So the first stamp set that we're using in the holiday catalog is on page 13, and it's the Farmhouse Christmas. And you can get this in a bundle with framelits, or you can get it just as an individual stamp set. Of course, you do save 10% if you get it in a bundle. It does have coordinating paper and buttons and ribbon. We're not using this particular paper tonight. We're going to create our own. But I'd like to show you how I went ahead and put this box together. The other piece that we're going to use in here is going to be the check. All my sticky notes are getting stuck together here. I apologize. The buffalo check, which is on page 38. You can get it in a wood block, or you can get it in the clear. And I would recommend, if you are using any of our background stamp sets, that you use our Stamparatus. I love the Stamparatus. It makes it real easy to use every single time. If by chance you do have to restamp an image, you would be able to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to pull out our Stamparatus here, and we're just going to slide this project off to the side. And tonight, we're going to ink this up with crumb cake. Now, before I do that, I jumped ahead of myself a little bit. We do need to cut our paper. I didn't prepare everything tonight because I really wanted to show you how this is done. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut a piece of crumb cake cardstock. And I've gone ahead and I've cut it 5.5 by 8. So it's 5.5 this way. And then if I open up my little lever on my cutting tool here, you will see it is 8 this way. Now we have to do some scoring. And it's important that we score this in the right direction. So when you're scoring your crumb cake cardstock on this 5.5 side, you're going to score it at 1 1/8. Now remember to like and share my video, because these little gifts that I'm making tonight will come to you in the mail if you are one of the lucky winners. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to score on the long side at 1 1/8. And sometimes I take this cutting blade right off, just as a little heads up. That way I'm sure not to cut my paper, because I'm known for doing that. And then I'm going to flip this over, and we're going to score at 3 3/4. And we're going to score it at 4 7/8. Nice thing about this Stampin' Up! Trimmer too, it does give you the 1/8 measurements on here, so it makes it real easy to cut. And then we're going to score it. I got to open up my little lever again because we're scoring bigger paper here. And I'm going to score it at 7 1/2. Now you want to go ahead and burnish these edges either with your nail, or you can use a bone folder. Hopefully you can see me doing this here. We're just burnishing the edges. And then we're going to fold in this bottom of our bag here. And then I'm going to move my cutter away because we don't need this anymore for this particular project. And I'm going to get my snips out. If you don't have paper snips, these are an absolute wonderful tool to use. And then we're just going to cut up to that score line. Hopefully you can see it. And these cuts will happen on every one of the score lines. But this little piece here, you don't need that. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. So now you have what looks like this here. This will be the bottom of your box here. So now we need to go ahead and we need to put our buffalo check on. And in order to do that, because the stamp set is only so wide, I'm going to fold this in half, which works perfect. And then I'm going to bring over my Stamparatus. Hopefully you can see that. Let me adjust this camera just a little bit. That might be a little bit better. Okay, and then we're going to take our crumb cake ink. And what I do, because the bottom of the box really isn't all that important on this little tab that we're going to tuck in anyway, I put my magnet right there on that bottom piece. And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to ink up the buffalo check with your crumb cake ink. I ink it up pretty good. Remember, if it doesn't stamp perfect the first time, you can always come back and do it again. And I'm going to, because you can see on the bottom of my box, I'm actually going to move this over just a little bit now to this little tab here so I can get that other part of my box. And a sticky note works really good also, which I might use for the other side. Instead of using the magnets, when I want to get the whole image, it seems to work out pretty good. Okay, and that's not half bad there. Let me go ahead. I'm going to flip it over, but this time I'm going to use a sticky note on it. So I want to make sure, oops, wrong way, that I get this good. Hopefully this works. We will soon see. Sorry if my table's wiggling a little bit here. Now you could also do this on red paper, you could do it on blue paper, and this is pretty good. I kind of like this little rustic look I got going on here. So I'm going to take my cleaning chamois, and if you don't have one of these, I know mine looks terrible here, but this is a wonderful tool to have. You just zip it along your stamps here, and it cleans them just perfect. And you can crumple it up. I could even wipe off my mat here when I'm done. You can see I got a little bit of ink here on it. I just wipe it along, and that's all taken care of. We'll put it back in this little stamp case. I use a stamp case here to store it in. You just want to leave it cracked open a little bit so you don't have moisture in there so it doesn't mold. If it does, just rinse it out. If it dries out, you just get it wet again. It's an awesome tool. Love it. Okay, so now we have that part done. I'm going to shut my ink up here before I get it all over me. And we're going to assemble our little box. Take the sticky note off the back here. We don't need that. What I'm going to use to assemble it is tear tape. And I would recommend, if you don't have that you get yourself some, because it keeps projects like this sealed real tight so it'll store your candy or little treats that you have to give people. And all you do is you just peel off the top layer and it leaves a coat of sticky. I'm going to go ahead and just line this up over here. And actually, probably the easiest way to do it is just to lay it flat on the table and then just push it down, and it lines up perfect. And then we're going to fold in our two tabs, and you're going to fold in another one, and then this last one here, and actually I'm probably going to put, I don't want to put sticky on the other tab, so we're just going to put it on the one tab. That should be enough to hold it. If you have something real heavy in there, you may want to put like a tiny piece of cardboard in there to hold it, but it should be pretty good. I don't know why everything is just not cooperating tonight. And then you just peel this off again. And again. And then it goes right down on top like this. And then you just pinch these two little sides together like this, and that forms your little bag. Well, we definitely need to decorate our little bag. And you could do this in Christmas, or you could do this in Halloween or fall. It would look really good with the new milk jug harvest set that we have as well. And there's a pheasant set. I can just see this made up with lots of little treats in here. I'm going to put some saltwater taffy in here. I thought it would be really cute, but you could put little mints in here, even little treats from the catalog, like the little wreaths or buttons or what have you. So we're going to make now the tag, and I've gone ahead and I've cut a piece of real red, and the size on this is 2 inches by 4 inches. And it worked out perfect for this project. Once again, we're going to need to use our buffalo check. So I'm just going to put it in here, and I know this area is good coverage, and I'm just going to ink up. I'm using Memento. We have a couple other projects tonight we're going to do some coloring on. So I find that if I use the same ink pad throughout, it works pretty good. And I probably didn't need to ink up this whole thing. But if you were making a bunch of these, you could do multiples at one time too. Woo, and it's stuck. Let's peel it off. Ooh, and it turned out perfect. Let me go ahead and get my chamois out because I have a Memento mess here. Just wipe this up. Okay, and then we can go ahead and I'm going to put my lid back on my Memento. And put my chamois away. And we are done with this Stamparatus for right now, so I'm going to slide it out of the way. But now we need to use our farmhouse set, and in Memento, we would stamp this on white paper, and then we would go ahead and cut this out with the framelit set. Now, for the sake of time, I've gone ahead and I have cut one of these little buggers out, and we're just simply going to color it in. Now, I use the blend markers, and I use the light cherry cobbler, and I also used the light basic black, and I used the light crumb cake, and I used Old Olive. And this is what makes up my car. So I've gone ahead here and we have our blends out. When I'm coloring, I usually use the brush end. Because this image is so small, I'm going to use the fine tip end. I'm just going to color in the tree with the Old Olive. And this only takes a few minutes to make these. I made these for an event, and I made like 20 of them in no time at all. And then we're going to take the cherry cobbler. Again, I'm going to use the fine tip end. If I slide that up a little bit, you can see it a little bit better. Nice thing about the blends, they're alcohol based, and you really don't see any marker trails, which I like. And I'm kind of hurrying here. I know you would take more time with your coloring than what I'm doing. I don't think you want to watch me coloring all night. Alright, we're going to call that good with the cherry cobbler. Whoops, and I took the other end off the marker. And then we are going to use the basic black marker and do the rail on the truck. Now you could use the gray too. I think that would look good. Maybe for the inside of the tires. I didn't bring that out with me tonight, so we're just going to improvise. I don't know why. Every time I color, must be concentrating too hard. My eyes start to water. And then I use the crumb cake. Oops. Use the crumb cake here, just for the inside. Mine is almost used up. I'll have to get another one. And I see a spot where I missed the real red, so I'm going to come back and get that real quick. Okay, so we have our truck done. Now we're going to use a punch that is in the big catalog, and let me show you where they are in the big holiday the big catalog. On page 210, you'll see our punches, and we are going to be using a couple different ones. We're going to use the Starburst punch, which is $18. We're going to use the scalloped tag topper punch, and we're going to use the banner triple punch. And this punch, I tell you, I have 2 of these, and I absolutely love it. It's an awesome punch. So we're going to use those punches here. I'm going to take a piece of Pool Party, and I'm going to grab the Starburst punch. And we're just going to punch that like so. I can set that aside. All of our punches lock on the bottom too, which I really like. They store real nicely because they lay flats. And then I have the stamp set out of, let me pull it out here. I'll show you it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I guess I didn't bring it over with me. This is out of that truck set that I showed you in the holiday catalog. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ink this up. I don't know why every time I see this, I think of Mater off of the movie Cars. Gone ahead here, and we're just going to stamp this right in the Starburst. And so that piece is done. So the next thing we're going to do, get these out of the way, is we're going to take our tag topper punch. Sorry, my stuff decided it wanted to take a landslide. Okay, and we're going to put it in just so it meets the top like so. And I'm going to go ahead and punch it. And it forms this really nice tag. And then we're done using this punch for right now. I can put it away. And then we're going to use our triple banner punch on the bottom of the tag. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces, and all you do is layer. So I'm going to take this cute little emblem, I'm going to put that on first. So let me take my Tombow adhesive. I'm just going to put that down. And then I want to put my little car on. Of course, I want to use dimensionals because you guys know I absolutely love these things. Give it a little depth. Okay. And we're going to put that right down here at the bottom. And I could probably have slid it up a little bit further, but I didn't. And then we're going to take some of our new braided linen trim. This is out of the holiday catalog also. And I'm just going to cut, probably about 12 inches maybe. And I fold it in half like so. And you guys have probably done this before where you feed the hoop through the hoop on the tag. And then you bring these pieces through the hoop, like so. And then you pull. And then I wanted to make this into a little bow. So I just did the bunny ear thing. You guys probably know how to do that from elementary school. And then I'm just going to kind of straighten this up a little bit. There we go. And then we bring our box back in. And of course, I have to put a couple of dimensionals on again. We're going to pinch our box together, and I'm going to put that right up at the top like so. And voila! Our box is complete. Now, I want to show you another one. We're not going to have time to make this one tonight, but I took designer series paper and cut it to the same dimensions. You do have to make sure your image is going the right way. I changed up the color of paper and the ribbon and the stamp set I used, and now I have a really cute Halloween bag. Same dimensions, 5.5 by 8, scored on the 5.5 side at 1 1/8, and then score on the long side at 1 1/8, 3 3/4, 4 7/8, and 7.5. And then you just cut up to the score line for the bottom piece. So you can see these are completely different, but how quick would it be, instead of stamping the box like I did with the truck one here, how easy it would be to use designer series paper, and you can get at least 2 out of 1 sheet of designer series paper, and I think almost a third. So you could make a little bit smaller box for some smaller treats. Okay, I'm going to put these boxes away for just a minute, and I have one more project I'm going to show you. And when I made this project, I really had in mind, you can get those large peppermint sticks, and you can also get like those cow tails. And I thought, how cute would it be to use this stamp set and kind of almost make like a little totem pole going up with the different characters. So I'm going to show you how to design this cute little box, and I used a couple of different stamp sets on it. The stamp sets that I used, they are in the holiday catalog. They are, let me pull my catalog back out again. Might as well go to the front because, oh, let's see. The stamp set that I use for this one is on page 19. It's called Signs of Santa, and we do have it in a bundle. And the bundle price is $47.50. If you just get the stamp set, it's $21. They do have really cute designer paper, so much like I made the cat bag with the designer series paper, you could easily use designer series paper for this, and you wouldn't have to stamp all the little images on it. So there's a couple different ways that you can go with this. I also used a stamp set that goes with the tags, the tag kit that we have in the catalog. It's called Sincerely Santa. And I like this set because I like this image here with the snowflake, the star, and the candy cane. That's the one that I use to decorate the outside of the box. So let me go ahead and I'm going to show you how to make this box. Get my catalog out of the way. And let me grab a piece of cardstock here. I'm going to grab a piece of crumb cake. And I do have to pull out my cutter again real quick. So let me grab it. And for this piece, you want to cut it 9 by 4. So let me go ahead. I'm going to open up my cutter. And we're first going to cut the 9. And we got to get our scoring blade up there. And then we're going to turn it and we're going to cut the 4. So you could make 2 of these out of each piece of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Now we are going to score on this small side. We're going to score it at 3/4. Let me slide my, I don't know if you can see it here. There we go. I'm going to score this at 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to turn it. And we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Oops, the mousie's in the way. I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. And then we're going to score it at 1 1/4 inch. Hey, Denise. And then we're going to score it at 2 1/4 inches. And then we're going to score it at 3. And this is going to make that long tube box. This would also be a great box to hold like a chocolate dip pretzel. And I'm saying that because my friend Denise makes awesome candy. But this is real easy. You're just going to cut these slits here at the bottom. This is going to form the bottom of your box. And this last piece you just cut off completely. Now we're going to fold this, crease all of our lines here. Now, one thing that I noticed, and don't be alarmed, this section here is smaller than this section here. It's actually these two sections that my thumbs are on that are the same side of the box. These two sections are the other sides of the box. Okay? And then this, we're going to score that as well. I'm going to fold that down. Make sure we get a crisp edge. And now I'm going to take away, once again, my cutter. So bear with me here. My boxes and my bags are falling all over the place. And I'm going to get out my stamping mat. And let me get this really cute stamp set, the one I told you about. I'm going to clean it, I think, first, though, just to make sure. And I have a little, for those of you that order the block box that holds our acrylic blocks, this comes in the top. And I, quite frankly, don't use it on the top of my stamps, but it makes a great pad to put down when you're stamping so you don't get your stamp pad all messed up. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to randomly stamp the image. And I do want to go off the page. I kind of want to twist it and turn it. One spot up at the top here that I kind of missed. So I'm going to come back in and fill that in. So now we have our little box all decorated. And just like before, we're going to take our tear tape and I'm going to run it along this edge here. That's the smallest edge on your box. And I'm going to have to stop a minute and put this ink away, because I know it's going to end up all over me. Okay. And then we're just going to peel this off. And once again, if you fold this in half and then fold this up, it should line up perfectly. And it does. And then on the bottom of the box, you're just going to fold 2 ends in, fold the other one down, and then we're just going to take a small piece of tear tape and put along this edge here. Hopefully you can see it. My fingers are kind of big here, and that's a small spot to have it. So let me flip it like this. Maybe you can see it better. You can watch me struggle to get my tear tape apart. And then that just gets folded down, like so. And then you just pinch these together once you put your candy in. And we have our little box. Now, we really need to decorate this box. And this one I might do a little bit different. This one, instead of putting the characters down the side like I did this other one, this time let's make a really cute tag with him. Let me get my tag punch out again. And this piece is just 2x4, same as the last one. And we're going to color our little images first. And I've gone ahead, because for the sake of time, I wanted to have enough time to show you how to put these cute little boxes together. So I'm going to come in, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color in their cute little faces, and I'm using ivory. And this is a blend marker also. You got to get their faces and their hands. I think this stamp set is so cute. Okay, got his face. Get the little elf's face here. Don't forget the little ears. Little hands. And we'll do this little elf. And there's 2 different elves in this set. I just think he's so cute. They almost look like they're up to mischief to me. Little hands again. Okay, I'll put the ivory away. And of course, we need red. So I'm going to use Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to use the small end again. And we are going to color in Santa's little outfit here. And you'll notice I'm really not blending on these particular images because they're really just colored images. They're almost like cartoonish characters. We gotta get his little sleeve over here. And of course, we have to get his little hat up top here. And then I really wanted to make his belt gold, but we really don't have a gold blend yet. So I'm using Light Mango Melody, and I liked it. I thought it looked nice. So I'm just going to kind of make his gold belt there. Now I'm going to put the gold belt on these little elves too. My sticky tape is getting absolutely stuck to me there. And then on this one, I am going to, I think I'm going to use green again for the little outfits. But I'm going to use red, I think, to decorate them instead of the yellow like I used on the other one. Just to make them a little different. Little collar here. We can't forget the little collars. Their little sleeves. The little tips of their shoes. Let me get his little tips. Let me get those. Collar there. Now this stamp set comes with some cute sayings, and it also has really cute packages. So you could have the elves standing on packages if you wanted to. And then I'm going to bring back that red one more time. I changed my mind on using the yellow for the little hats. I thought maybe this would be something different. Okay, I think he looks pretty good. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try to put these on here to see how I like them. Well, that's not bad, but you know what I think we need? I think that we need, let me grab, let's see, we want white. Grab my piece of white cardstock here. I think I want to do another scallop. I like that look. And I'm going to pull out the stamp set because there's some cute little images on here. How about do not open till Christmas? That's a good one. Let's see. Do not open until Christmas. And we'll take that. And let's see. Yeah, you know what? Let's try this too. We're experimenting here. This is on the fly stamping. We'll take our Memento ink. It's going to stamp this towards the top. I want part of it to hang off a little bit. And then let me get the pool party. Set that aside. I'm just going to go lightly on here like this, make it look really cold. And then we'll use our cherry cobbler again. Wink Stella would be really cute on here. It would really make all of that pop. Let me grab a little block here. We can get that do not open until Christmas. I think that'll fit right in this cute little sign. There we go. And then we're going to stick this down. Where's my adhesive? There we go. Stick that down right about there. And then we're going to pop up a little Santa, or do I want to use the elves? Ooh, the little elves are cute. What should we use, elves or Santa? That's the elves. And I can even slide them down a little bit more. Or do we use Mr. Santa? We're going to pop him up. What do you think, you guys? Santa or elves? Okay, well, we're going to use Santa. think you guys are sleeping on me out there. I'm going to go ahead and pop this up. There we go. And I have a cute idea. We'll put Santa here by the North Pole. You know what? I think I even want to use the triple banner on this. I should have done this ahead of time. I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can pick him back off. Let's see. Well, you know what? When all else fails, we're going to use our scissors because I don't want to take a risk of pulling him off. And you guys all know how to do this, right? You just cut up the center, and then from corner to center, and you should get a pretty good point. There we go. Put that away because we're not using that on that one. Okay, so then we have this, which is pretty cute in itself. But how cute would it be if these little guys were like lurking at the bottom? I think we have to do it. Again, we're popping them up on dimensionals. We're going to make them stand on each other's head. And then we need a cute little bow. And I'm going to pull out my real red ribbon. I'm just going to, well, let's cut it first. We'll do like we did on the other one. I'm going to cut the red ribbon. Make a loop. Put the loop through the hole of the tag. Oops. And then you're going to pull it through the hoop and you have a cute little tag there. But I think we need to go and put another cute little bow on this. So let's do that. Make our little bunny ears. My fingers don't want to work tonight. They're tired. Well, come on. This is not going right. I can tell I'm really tired tonight. Apologize, everybody. Let's try this again. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. I'm going to make it a little smaller, though. We don't want to bow that big. That's pretty cute, though. Snip their tails. And we're going to connect that on here with, once again, a couple dimensionals. You want to make sure it stays. And we do have some really cute clips in the holiday catalog that would work really well for holding these together. I'm just going to do it just like that. And then when you pinch it shut, you have this really cute treat holder. And like I said, I would fill it with some goodies, maybe candy canes, those sticks, or the cow tails, or chocolate-covered pretzels, or the old-fashioned candy sticks. That would be really cute in here. So tonight, we have made a couple different projects. I'm going to bring them all back out so you can see them. Let me clean up my area a little bit. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some upcoming events. So these are the two long treat holders that we made. And then we went ahead and we made a treat bag, which would be great for taffy or other little treats that you may have. And then I showed you how you could take the same box and use designer series paper to make a treat box. And on this one, I just layered the tags. I cut them. The black one is 2 inches, and that's by 4. The next one is 1.75 inches by 4. And the next one is 1.5 inches by 4. And then I just cut them down so that they would layer nicely. So I hope you enjoyed these really nice projects tonight. I want to go ahead and show you the hostess code so that if you'd like to place an order with me for September, the hostess code here is right on your screen. You just visit my website, and it's www.stampingcreatedbyyou.com, and you click on the shop button, and it'll take you right over to my Stampin' Up! Website where you can order. If you place a $50 order this month, I will be giving you a free package of the red rhinestones. And those are in the holiday catalog. Let me show you what those look like. And if you like and share my page, you will be put into a drawing to win these wonderful treat containers that we made tonight. These are the red rhinestones, and it looks like my camera froze again. There we go. These are the red rhinestones that you will be able to win if you you'll get free if you place a $50 order. Okay? So don't miss out on that deal. Again, you visit my website, stampingcreatedbyyou.com, and you enter in this hostess code up here in the top when you check out. E6MDW6M9. I would love it if you shared my video, and it would also be available on YouTube as well. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation tonight, and I look forward to you. The next time coming back and seeing what else we can make. I'm sure I'll have some other fun things for us to do. Everybody have a nice evening, and thank you for watching Stampin' Created by You with Lisa.